Love you. She's my little baby. My little baby. She's like, alright, I'm gonna head out. Alright guys, so enough of that. So I got a story time. Yeah, so basically I got jumped. So I went to Heart Lake Secondary School in Brampton. Yeah, I know, it doesn't even sound good. It sounds so boring. So I got jumped when I was in grade, I think it was 10 or 11. I started high school with a group of people, one being my friend Yolanda. She was my best friend at the time. She actually went to middle school with everybody who she was going to high school with. I came from a different area, so I didn't know anybody except for her. And I knew her through my mom, her mom, and my mom and her mom used to be best friends. So I kind of just rode with her. She was my buddy, and she was like showing me all of her friends, and we kind of formed a group after that. Some people in the group weren't as nice, and some people were. And because I didn't really know them, it was more like their friends and their friends are kind of our group. It didn't really work out too much. But basically we had an athletic banquet, which is like a ceremony dance for athletes at the school, and they can get trophies and stuff like athlete of the year and whatnot. And the dance does not have to be just athletes, it can be anybody who wants to go to school. So everyone was like, yeah, yo, I'm trying to go to that dance, like, you know, everybody, that was like the thing, right? So me and Yolanda went, and this guy named Henry. Now after the banquet, she lives like maybe 10-minute walk from school. So we're walking to her house, and he was talking to her. I was like, oh, I never noticed that Yolanda was into anybody at the time, you know, I just saw this guy walking with her. So I was like, okay, maybe they, you know, were hanging out in the dance and liked each other. Anyways, so I went to school the next following day, and my friend Shanice, who was a part of our crew, was like, oh yeah, I was talking to this guy named Henry, but I guess it's not gonna work out now, whatever, like he's being mad stingy. I'm like, Henry? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, Henry? In my head I was like, Henry's the same dude that Yolanda was with last night. I was like, oh. So I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, okay. I was just like, okay, not my problem. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because this is my girl, and I have more loyalty towards her because she's my bestie, and this is just someone in my crew, so I can't say anything, you know. And obviously Henry chose up, you know, like because far as she's saying it's not working out. So I was like, okay, whatever. So, you know, I told my girl Yolanda, like, oh, I didn't know that was Shanice's thing from before. So I told her that, and she was like, oh yeah, he told me they're done or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm like, well, does Shanice know that you talking to him now? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. It wasn't like a big deal because it didn't seem like Shanice was like into him still, but it was definitely something I'm not gonna bring up, you know. So word got around, and it was actually Henry who told Shanice that he's involved with Yolanda now. And Shanice didn't take it so well. She literally like was going around the school saying, oh, I'm gonna beat up Yolanda, I'm gonna beat up Yolanda, I'm gonna beat up Yolanda, like she took my man, like just being extra, like what the hell. So I've had some issues with her in the past, but it wasn't like enough to not talk to her again or anything like that. But just her friends weren't the best people, like they were rude, you know. And I just, you know, we never really were that close, but we, like, she did tell me some information. We were a crew of friends, you know. But once I heard that, Yolanda told me, she's like, I don't care if she, like, I'm like, if she wants to fight, we can fight. I'm like, no, like, and you know, I'm a rider with my friends, like, I don't care, like, you know, I got you. So it's like, no, you're not gonna fight her. This is stupid. This is over a guy who's not even either of your boyfriends yet. So this needs to stop. Like, this is crazy. You guys, we were friends, and now this guy comes in, and now you guys are friends anymore. That's not the right way to do it. So I went up to her, and I'm like, Shanice, you cannot be fighting Yolanda. Like, she's my best friend, and you're not gonna touch her. That's not cool. This guy doesn't want you, and you need to accept it. I was rude. I didn't care because, like, come on, we're fighting over a dude. So she didn't take it too well, because for me, when I'm sticking up for my friends, sometimes I do go too far, and I project that out. And, you know, she wasn't having that. She's like, oh, who are you talking to? And me, like, I don't really start anything at school. I'm not a bully or nothing like that. Like, most of the time I used to get targeted and stuff from the bullies. So she was looking at me like the small girl. Now she wants to talk. She doesn't fight or anything like that. So I'm just gonna test her. And we kept going back and forth. The principal had to come and break us up. And I was like, yo, you're not gonna fight her. She's like, well, I'm gonna fight you then. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And it was like a stupid high school brawl thing, right? So I talked to the principal. I explained to him what was going on. He was like, okay, it's settled, everything's done. My other girl who's tight with me and Shanice, she was like, it's all good now, like no one's angry anymore, like you guys got it out, so like it's whatever. Shanice said she's not fighting Yolanda anymore, so it's good. As far as I knew, everything was fine. Okay. So after school, I'm ready to get my nose pierced. Now I'm excited about to go with my girls. I'm like, yo, get my nose pierced, it looks so cute. So yeah, anyways, I'm waiting outside for a few of my friends to come with me, and this girl named Tamika comes up, and she's big, like she's fat, ayo, she's big, and she's a fighter. Like you could, every week she's fighting somebody. Like she does not care, and she's rude. Like she doesn't care because she has a, you know, hands to back it up. So she came up to me and she's like, oh, so I hear you want to fight. And I'm like, no. First I'm caught off guard because I'm just like, I had the issue with Shanice and I thought we resolved it. Thought we got it out this evening during lunch, I don't even know. So she was like, oh no, or whatever, like if you want to fight now, you want to talk all big and bad, so let's go outside and say let's go fight. And I'm like, no, because I know she will beat me. Like she's a fighter, you know, she's huge, so there's no way I could take her, you know. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna fight you, Tamika. I don't have the issue with you, I have the issue with Shanice. That's who I had the issue with. So if anything, me and her should be fighting, not me and you. And she's like, oh, you think that you're tough, eh? So she got her shoe off and she was like, oh yeah, well when we get outside I'm gonna hit you with the shoe. And I'm like, Tamika, I'm not fighting you, you're big. And like I was rude, I was like, you're big and hefty, you are gonna like beat me up. Obviously I'm not gonna fight you, that's not fair. I'd rather fight the person I have the issue with, which is real. Like come on, like you know you're not gonna meet little old me and big old you. Come on, like that's why they say pick on people your own size, you know what I'm saying, because it's fair. Anyways, so then Tamika runs off because the principals are coming. They think that the same thing's gonna happen again, right? So I'm like, yo, this is stupid, I'm just gonna get my nose pierced. So I like walk towards the front. So then waiting for my girl and I see her coming, she's about to come. I was literally about to leave, disperse, because I'm like, this seems like it's gonna be crazy. So basically I'm standing in the front of the door and I feel I see Shanice from the corner of my eye, like walking toward, like I don't think she was walking, she was like more speed walking, like but she wasn't running either. She was more like, you know, I knew this was about to happen. I see her from the corner of my eyes and she goes, I was just like and so I ran after her, grabbed her, and yo, I was doing a good job. We were fighting and I was winning. I was like, yeah. But then her 3 friends came, including Tamika. Okay, she ain't the only big one. All right, let me tell you that. So they tackled me to the ground. They started beating me up. And mind you, this is when the bell has rang. So like the bell rang, she flicked me, it happened in seconds, and we're just fighting. And then her 3 friends come on top of me, and everyone at the same time is moving out the school to go home. Like, so it's like you see just a whole group of people and then you see like a little crowd there. It was so bad. And then the principal's like, I'm gonna call the police if you guys don't stop, whatever. And I was cheesed. I couldn't even see nothing. Like I just seen people's feet going past. I was totally confused as to what was going on. So then as I got like, you know, got up and I, you know, got to see the scenery of what was going on, I didn't see them anymore. I was like, where the hell are these girls? And I was furious because I'm like, yo, they're just gonna dip and do that? They're gonna jump me, little old me? I'm not no big somebody who needs bare people to, you know, fight me. I was so hurt, but because these were my friends too. So I'm like, or friends. So I literally was like looking for them. I was like, where are they? Where are they? My friend's like, yo, calm down. I'm like, no, that's not fair. How you gonna jump me? How you gonna jump me? You know, so mind you, where is my friend Yolanda? Nowhere to be found. The one I was sticking up for in the first place. So yeah, anyways, the police came and they're just like, you need to calm down. I'm like, no, you need to find them. They're the ones who attacked me. And they're like, you need to calm down. I'm like, no. Literally, they tried to calm me down, and you know what really calmed me down? They were like, if you don't calm down, we understand how you feel, but if you don't calm down, we're gonna have to taser you. And I'm like, yes sir. I was not trying to get tased. So honestly, that's probably, like, I didn't see them after that. So the next day, the principal was unfair. Like, my mom was cheese. She's like, you guys are both suspended. I'm like, what? How am I suspended? I got attacked. And because I'm fighting back, they, you know, and because of earlier, they're like, okay, like, both of you guys can get suspended. So, but I find it very, like, unfair because, like, I'm the one who got attacked. But they were suspended for a lot longer than I was, which is, I mean, I guess it's okay, like, but it was still unfair that, like, I still got attacked and I got punished for it, like, you know, and I wasn't the one who started the fight at the end, you know, or, I mean, I guess I did approach her the first time. So my friends were furious because I'm like, yo, how you gonna jump the girl, whatever. So literally they called me on the phone, and this is like before school ended, and they're like, yo, we're gonna talk to them, whatever, we're gonna beat them up for you. I was like, yeah, do that, or whatever. I was apt, right? School's done, and I remember I'm at home suspended, and they called me like literally like maybe 5 o'clock. They're like, we resolved it. And I'm like, yeah, those are my friends right there, okay. And I'm like, so what happened, tell me what happened, come on, look, what's the tea, and they're just like, they apologized. I was like, what? Apologized? What? Baby girl, what? They're like, oh yeah, we had a civil conversation with them in the washroom, and they said that they're sorry that they did that and they won't do it again. My friends, these are my friends, okay? I was so upset. I was like, honestly, I didn't talk to my friends for like a straight up like 2 weeks. And when they saw me when I came in, they were just like, hey, Martasia. I'm like, I'm fine. Like, you know, but after a while I got over it because I'm like, you know, it's not their battle to fight, but I could at least give them a little hell before, you know. Like, a damn apology, that's not even towards me. You apologize to my friends for jumping me. Like, that's, come on. So, I don't know. After a while, like, there was one girl in that group who was fighting me as well, that apologized years later, and she was like, I'm so sorry I did that to you, like, I shouldn't have never done that, because we ended up working with each other. It was just awkward, but she apologized, and I was just like, you know, I'm a forgiving person, and that was in high school, and we were out of high school by then, so it was like, it's okay, like, you know, no one really got hurt. So it's all water under the bridge. But for the other girls, they never apologized to my face, and they just continued on. And I feel like even most of them are not even really successful in their lives or anything. It's usually the bullies who end up being ugly and just lifeless and ugh. But I don't know, those are life lessons for you. So if you're in high school and you're watching this, I definitely would say pick your own battles and don't stick up for people who you don't think would be there if stuff goes down south. Because Yolanda was nowhere to be found. So I mean, she called me up and she asked if I was okay and everything, but for me sticking my neck out and doing that, that's my decision, it's not hers. So it's not like she made me do that, I did it on my own. But I would definitely say to any young girls out there who have best friends and stuff like that, make sure you know your best friend's gonna have your back. It's gonna be there when stuff goes down like this. That's all I'm saying. Life lessons with Mercedes. I'm just joking, y'all. But yeah, that's the end of the video of my story time, and there's more to come. See you guys later.
You know how the pagan chit chat goes. I like R's and V's and O's. I don't really play no tic-tac-toe.